So this is our garden update. We've got bed 1, bed 2, in-ground bed, which Keiko's is in that hasn't been dug up yet. Lots of screening. We've got the border, all the screening laid, and a lot of rain coming, baby.
Let it rain! Let it rain! Oh my gosh. There's no way!
Better grab those cushions and bring them in. Well, these plants need this. It's taken us a lot to get to where we are now. Now we actually have an area that looks like a garden. We don't have to cut grass in here. We've got roosters next door.
Roosting.
Yeah, they're roosting. We've got plants growing, but this was a lot of work to just get to this point alone. We had lots of cardboard that Lisa Marie saved up and laid down here. Then we put the landscape fabric on top of that. And then we added the landscape edging. So if you look, there's the landscape edging here. And you can actually see where we're a little low on screening, so we need to add a little bit more. And that holds the landscape edging down. And then we're gonna put soil on the other side here. And then on top of this, we'll put some flagstone and then some pea gravel in between. So it's nice on the feet. But we've been laboring away. It's a labor of love. We're happy with where it's at. It's time to eat some veggies.
Hi, babe.
What are you up to?
We have some new babies.
We got peppers. Look at the size of those things. Oh look, there's more on this one. I haven't seen them on this one yet.
Yeah, these are the jalapenos.
Wow.
Every plant always flowers first and then fruit.
So right from flower, the pepper grows.
Yes, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
So actually something funny happened. I thought I was planting Jamaican peppers. I'm pretty sure there was a label error because for all of the Jamaican peppers that I planted, tomato plants have been growing. So we have a tomato plant here. This is just a little baby one. But I'm really not sure what kind of tomato it is because I have it labeled as Jamaican pepper. And then I also had the exact same thing planted here. Look at, you can literally see it says Jamaican yellow pepper right here. But guess what's growing?
That's a tomato plant.
This is a tomato plant.
Maybe it's like a Jamaican tomato pepper. A Jamaican tomato pepper.
Pepper tomato. These are doing well. What I've also learned is that when you use popsicle sticks, don't use pen because it fades. So I can see that this is a pepper. I actually just don't know what kind of pepper it is. So that will be a fun surprise. We had our first strawberry the other day and it looks like we have a second one now.
I haven't tried it yet.
Look at these little babies.
Oh wow.
So these are Everbearing strawberry plants. And see, first the flower, then the fruit.
Yeah.
This is called a beach variety, I believe. Whereas the one that we still haven't hung yet
It's on the list, honey.
is the alpine variety. So you can see the difference. Alpine plants don't grow very tall, so this alpine needs to also be hung, but it's gonna be smaller leaves and just like shorter. Whereas this beach variety is gonna grow really abundantly. It already has filled out the basket, so.
Now that we have everything growing, what's the trick?
Water and sun.
Water and sun, and some weeding.
You'd be surprised with how much grass grows in all of the plants.
And it's not from your husband cutting the grass.
Not anymore, it's not. Here we have our Roma tomatoes and our tomatilla. These are the really beautiful ones. Look at the flower and then the fruit will come after. These are doing really well. Our Romas are looking a little sad. I'm thinking I may have put them in the ground either a little too late, and it's also been very hot lately.
Yeah.
Like we've had 2 weeks of just like straight up heat, so maybe they could use a little bit more water.
Let's go check on the other gardens.
My yarrow's doing great.
Yarrow, gotta be kidding me.
And then this is Thai basil. The Thai basil's doing really well.
Yeah.
It's very happy. What is this? Oh, apple. This is from our apple tree. Faux tea is thriving. Faux tea is one of those herbs that you could plant anywhere and it will really thrive. And oftentimes you'll see faux tea climbing fences. It's really nice for like privacy. So I'm hoping that our faux tea kind of grows up the pergola and makes it pretty. Woo! Smash!
Got it on camera.
Yeah.
Where's Keiko's?
Keiko's! Hey, come on. Come with Mama. So tomatoes are also doing okay over here, but you know, grass does sneak in. So it's always good to make sure you're pulling weeds at least every couple of days.
Here, I got this one.
Like this little bugger here, you don't want this in here.
You don't belong in our garden.
One thing with tomatoes is that you're gonna want to make sure that you trim the suckers. So the suckers are the branches of the tomato plant that won't harvest anything, and tomatoes can become really heavy, so you want to keep your plants as light as possible. Always just going and seeing, like this one for example, it's even kind of sad. What you would do is you'd cut it right at the stem where it meets, and this is a sucker. Just get rid of it.
Sucker.
Yeah. Oh, these ones are doing well. This is a sweet tomato, so these are going to be little baby ones. Alrighty, let's keep going. So the zucchinis are taking over, and the squash are literally overflowing out of the garden. These are gorgeous. Look at all the zucchini.
Yeah.
Baby zucchini, baby.
Look at all those zucchinis.
Again, first the flower, then the fruit, and then this is a squash. So what I did was to stop it from kind of strangling other vegetables in the garden, I propped it up on these. Everything's literally overflowing, and I'm not upset about it. I feel like nature will just figure itself out. Onions are doing well. We have so many, look in here. Can you see all the beautiful flowers and zucchini that's coming? I'll be giving a lot of zucchini to my neighbors. So if you live close to me, that's all you're getting for your next birthday presents, Thanksgiving, Christmas, zucchini, everything.
Zucchini.
We've been harvesting a lot of the kale, and it just keeps growing back. So one thing when you're harvesting the kale, if you want it to replenish itself, just trim it at the base about an inch or two from like the root stem.
Look at this kale. It is delicious. It's so soft.
I have a great recipe for a kale salad. I can share it if you guys are keen.
Oh, you should share it.
So
you guys
then-
should be keen. Look at that lettuce.
The lettuce is doing really well. We've been pretty fortunate. I haven't had many bunnies eating my food or deer. We haven't seen any. One place though, however, I have seen the remnants of a little animal enjoying themselves. Is this my cauliflower? Out of all the leaves in the garden, the cauliflower is the only leaf that somebody's been enjoying. I'm not mad about it though. You gotta give a little to get a little, you know?
Wise words.
So literally the vines are overflowing. I love nature. It's like plants actually are conscious beings. The vine releases these little projections that then grip for support. So this vine will grow up. So what it does is it latches on to structures so it can have support. So this one's looking for something. It was attached actually earlier to my cauliflower plant, but I separated it so it wouldn't suffocate my cauliflower.
So I think we'll need more climbing wall cages.
Definitely will. We haven't finished our landscaping yet, so for this season it's more of like an experiment. We're learning, and so if it overflows, it'll runneth over with zucchini vines and squash. And then now, honey, your favorite bed.
My favorite bed.
Potatoes.
Look at those potatoes.
Sometimes you'll want to add a little bit more soil to them because you don't want the sun to burn the roots or it gets so hot. However, I think that our beds are deep enough that it's safe, but if you do have a shallow garden and you're growing potatoes, you may want to add a little bit more soil mid-season. So potatoes also flower, but a little trick that I learned recently is to actually get rid of the flower. Just get rid of some of the flowers. You can just even check it in. Maybe they'll grow next season.
More potatoes.
Beautiful, beautiful flowers. But when we clip it, the nutrients and the energy that would have gone into producing the flower actually goes back into the roots instead of being dispersed up top, because the roots, that's what we want, is the potatoes.
Wait. Do this and fill. Oh, look at that.
Good? I'm the potato queen.
She's the potato queen. That's my queen.
If you're gonna be a queen of something, potatoes are not the worst thing to be a queen of. Oh my gosh, it's beginning to rain.
Oh boy. And we got some gardening to
Good,
do.
the plants could use it. We still have fencing to consider. We have to finish our ingrown garden bed. We have to lay the stone down for the pathway. We have a lot more to do with this garden, but for now, the beds are built and the plants are growing, so that's all we got.